bum, bum. Carbuncle, what's going on? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good, Skyward. How's it going? All right. Now, I think I've given it ample time. Actually, today I was looking through the what's the word? The damn Final Fantasy 14 modding section. Like, there's a whole website dedicated to mods. And there's a lot of like questionable, like, why would you install this mods? However, the one that got me was fucking hair texture being upgraded and face textures being upgraded. I also downloaded a different hairstyle too. But it's weird that of all the mods, like, nothing to change hair, nothing to, you know, make the game not look as God would intend. It was just to make the game look better. That's great. I enjoyed that. But that's neither here nor there. I think what we're here for is the Chronicles. Which I believe we're good to start. Last time we did finish up chapter 4, the assault, I guess it would be. Attempted murder? I don't really know how we would phrase that. I don't know what the charge would be. Of Olive Green. Obviously our man Soseki Natsume did not commit the crime. But instead it was caused by negligence with a deadly weapon. By one of the patrons, or the landlord slash lady of the house he was renting out from, and the body was moved by a police officer who wanted to spend his anniversary with his wife to a different jurisdiction, so he didn't have to help with the investigation. But with that all culminating, we did get the facts all sorted out and straight. We got our man off the hook, and we moved into Sherlock's attic. Fuck, we moved into Sherlock's attic. Take a shot. And I don't want to make it seem like because I have a feeling that somebody's like, oh, you're just intentionally doing that. Every time I call Sherlock by his actual name, that is 100% an accident. I realize it as it's coming out of my mouth. But we did move into Sherlock and Iris's attic. I just say Sherlock Holmes. Look, it's so much easier to say too. Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, right? What's going on, SNR and Juve? But yeah, we did move into Sherlock and Iris's attic. That's where our office is going to be, and we got some dire words about the state of London being a very dark and murky city. So let's go ahead and jump back into this. I think today, I assume the investigation is going to be decently long. The Hound of Baskerville.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited, breathlessly, in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. "Look well, Wilson," Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. "For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles."
And there's our intro. Oh, and we're getting a little bit of a jump forward in time. So I'm gonna assume nothing really crazy happened in this period to Ryunosuke and Susato. We were just kind of chilling. I don't know exactly what was going on, but apparently our first 2 months in London passed by in a flash. And that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived in the country. And in Soseki's terrible ordeal that followed closely behind, we'd emerge victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court. Which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, till it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. 15th of April, 9:13 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Oh, we finally got set up properly. That seems about right. This is our desk. This is Susato's desk. I'm just gonna take a wide shot at guessing. He was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Susato's behavior became very obviously strange. Susato? Yes. Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see, what case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? Oh no, of course not. Silly me. But I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning. So shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes. Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. Doesn't she? And once our bellies are full, we can leave for court in fighting fit form. Oh, she's getting fucking restless. Let me see, what case is it today? We go again. Oh, okay. So, do we just move down? "15th of April, Sholmes' suite." Morning, Rumo. Morning, Susie. Is he just somewhere playing the violin? Good morning, Iris. Iris? What is it, Runa? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Ah, yes. You noticed that, did you?
Welcome to the family, son.
Really isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. What's going on, Amimsy, and what's going on, Ayame? Back for the 10 months. Welcome back to the family, Ayame. Glad to have you back, as always. Thank you for sticking with us. Appreciated. Always. And look at him go. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Good morning. Tired of the goddamn ads on this goddamn app? Well, I'm glad that you decided to get rid of them. What's going on, Ace Baba Jeeds? How we doing? Good morning to die, perhaps. Has something happened, Mr. Sholmes? You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. Huh. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is... Damn this blanched existence! That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. Afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me. It's not too much trouble. Cat. This is Soseki's cat. I see we've adopted him. Oh look, it's Wagahai. Morning, boy. Must be some tiny door for cats to use. But how did it get there? Well then everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. Need something look different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. I don't think I got a good look at it before. I don't know what it would be there. Look at Mr. Sholmes' desk. It's completely clear. Isn't that enormous machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in the great detective's mind, Mr. Naruhodo. The next time we're invited, we may find he's vacated the entire suite. That's scarably plausible, actually. Okay, nothing. Iris? Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled in his new home then. Oh yes, and I've become very attached to little Waggy. It would appear his previous owner has completely forgotten about him. Or forgotten to him, rather. What's going on, Multi? How you doing? Cats are unfeeling creatures. Their muse is empty as the hearts of the muses. Cat. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could. But pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy is adorable. Yeah, he really is. Oh, yeah, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed. You're observant, Runo. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flapomat. We'll work on the naming convention of your inventions later, cause that's ass. Machine for making doors just for cats? That's right. It can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in second. And it can do it at any door at all, no matter what it's made of. I really hope this doesn't become a Chekhov's gun. A literal Chekhov's gun, by the way. And it can do it at any door, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. But wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Well, yes, maybe. But now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. I think it's wonderful. Must make one for us in the door of our office upstairs, Iris. She really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Inosuke has a point. He usually does. Damn, look at what she's got going on over here. A lot of shit. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Iris doing much writing recently. There's paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Ah, yeah, Mr. Natsume. What I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said through tightly clenched fists and teeth. Am I just supposed to be talking to Herlock then? Also, is this still the notice? The fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be... Yes, it must be. It's the woman. How exciting. Is that supposed to mean something to me? I was trying to see if this was like still the same notice about the what was it in the this was like the case, I guess, notice for Magnus McGilded. All right, bud. Seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? This game has trophies, and that line was one for this chapter about that woman. Oh, okay. I don't think I'm logged into Steam, so I can't see my achievements right now. Or they're not popping up for me right now. It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dawn chorus. Its melodic tones would make flowers bloom. It would. But now, the muses are unamused with me. Goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I have endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone, is lost. Brilliant, clear, unwavering tone. On forever, no more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Exalted Zone, what's going on? Don't worry, I'm sure it will come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius on a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh. Here. Why is this happening to me? If they take the turn I have a violin from me, what is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction, perhaps. Isn't that what you're known for? Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but... your desk looks rather empty today. It's simply highway robbery that we didn't get to play these games for so long. I'm just in shambles right now. I mean, we got them, right? I would rather get them than not get them. Ah, well done, Mr. Sato. Observational skills do you credit. No, Mr. Sholmes, they pale in insignificance when compared to yours. Struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's at Windybanks now. Sorry? It's at a Windy Bank? No, Windybanks. The pawnbrokery. Pawn? What? You mean you pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see. Quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if your situation had become so desperate. I should gladly have passed what little income I have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How could it be anything but desperate? I just hope if these games do well, they give us the investigation games ported. I wonder if that would be the next course of action as opposed to a new Ace Attorney game in whole. Because this game is very clearly removed from the characters of the original Ace Attorney games. Like, obviously, this is like an ancestor game, right? And so, yeah, you can say that Ryunosuke is Phoenix's super long-removed grandfather, right? But I think in that case, right, like, would the interest for a Phoenix Wright, like, spin-off game be bolstered by this game? Like, I'm pretty sure people that have played the original, like, games and that were excited for this game, right? They've already played Investigations, or they already know about Investigations, right? Whereas this game, people still didn't know really anything about, right? People knew there were Edgeworth spin-off games because the first one actually came out over here. Whereas these two games didn't come out here whatsoever. So, I don't know if the best play for Capcom would be to release the sequel to Investigations, because I don't know who would be super down for that, you know what I mean? But, and especially considering that these characters don't have anything to do with Miles and Phoenix and crew, but Investigations 2 would, like, kind of go back to that, and it's a sequel, right? So maybe they do an Investigations collection, but that would require them to remaster 1 and, you know, release that alongside 2. I don't know, it's very weird. Ace Attorney 7 seems like it might just be the thing that they do instead of porting over the Investigation. Making use of a pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh. What's to understand exactly? What did you mean when you said you didn't fully understand how pawnbroking works? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to the pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. And on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. I had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see. People in Inner London. Or especially people in Inner London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Where, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it at Windibanks, you see. Pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. We've thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain. Of course, you have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? True, I don't know, there's just a lot of characters that I like a lot that only really exist through Investigations, like Lang. Oh yeah, no, Shilong Lang and fucking Kay Faraday, I would love to see them. I think they would be better included in, if they're gonna do an Ace Attorney 7, just bring those characters, you know what I think the best play for them to do? What I think what they would be best off doing is releasing Ace Attorney 7, having characters like Lang, like Kay, and Franziska all come back, right? You can have Sebastian DeBest and Judge Courtney in there too, like just as cameos. And then once everybody's like, these characters are kind of cool, you can release Investigations 1 and 2 as a collection. And then people are like, oh, these characters from the new game, oh, this is like their origin story. And then they'll be willing to buy that. I think that would be a very smart play. What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Fucking the cat up. What was that? Wagai? What was that? Oh no! Wagai's tangled up in your violin! How did that happen? I think he thinks it's a toy. No! What's he doing to it? Oh dear, Mr. Sholm's precious violin. Why should I care? What? Shouldn't be surprised. The cat is a more accomplished musician than I am. Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyways, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, Hurley? Out of the cat's reach, if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Oh, this violin looks fine. Never mind. Oh, this is the violin, is it? It's a Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. It doesn't really look like anything special to me. I have it upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shilling. Honorable of you. And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I have made. I ask you, is there reason to live in a world devoid of music, to tolerate this blanched existence? No! There is none. Mr. Sholmes? What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Huh? What do you mean, Miss Susato? Oh, Susie's right. Yes, the tone of wood is completely different. What? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from this picture compared to over here, but like the wood looks kind of like chipped and beat up, right? It looks cracked. That's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. The United States in the 1980s. I gotta get that. Just give me 1 second. No, I missed it. Wait, it's not even the right size, is it? What's this? Terribly sorry to have to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called the viola. What? What? Still a great animation. You're right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. So what, pray, is this piece of string flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then. Let's see what must have happened. You do, Iris. This is just a simple mix-up. Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what happened if we ask her. Why not just fucking ask her? What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Well, you see, this viola, I mean, was at Windibank's until last week. At the pawnbroker's? Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. There is a proverb from the East with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in hope that it would experience personal growth? What a wonderful idea. Last week I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Windibank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead. My ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timbre of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense was deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Pshaw, fine state of affairs this is. And why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker. They will try to fiddle you every time. Get it? Fiddle? Like a But earlier you told us you couldn't think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Come, Mr. Naruhodo, dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Sorry? Punching your toast with that vacant aspect. Pressing your coffee so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which you are faced? You must visit Windibank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Mr. Sato. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. My dear fellow, surely you do not still intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to fresh your eggs ever more obtusely. Right, alright, say no more. Let's go then. Don't worry, Runo. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later. Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker looks like. Or pawnbrokery, fuck that word. Alright. Oh, we can go to Baker Street or Windibank's. Alright. '15th of April, Windibank's Pawnbrokery. So, this is a British pawnbrokery. Also, I don't see the Great Analytoscope, nor do I see the Stradivarius. Hey, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions here that I've never laid eyes on before. Sato, that spark of wonder in your eyes. Can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? Get the impression you enjoy places like this? Yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things that I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. Clearly, Mr. Sholmes means business, too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. That... Ah, Mr. Sholmes! Welcome back. Did you hear that brazen welcome? Well, yes. We are potential customers, after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo. It's time to inform Mr. Windibank of our ire. Come. The fight is afoot. What's up, large man? Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windibank. The color of wood is different, it has holes in it, it's not even the same size. Wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. I'm so very sorry, sir. How utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There is only one way to make amends. Okay. You started off at like a 19. Reel it down to like a 6. What the fuck just happened? I shall have to take my own life. I don't think that will be necessary, do you? If I may just say one thing before I pop off. Yes. It was you, Mr. Soames, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry. As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, "Oh, here it is." You did. And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the viola and left, sir. However, there could be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this guilt die with me. No, stop, my dear fellow, the fault is mine. Can you go put that back? Like, you especially, I don't trust with a firearm. Can you just go put that back? It appears that the fight is over. I humbly apologize, Mr. Winterbank. Evidently, my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Herlock Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose. You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought through my door in the past. Oh? Peculiar items? In the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous? I've never heard that word before. The novels of Herlock Sholmes or some such. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel? And unpublished. A story I've yet to read, you mean? Forgive me! Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow, Susato's really fired up now. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Winterbank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of great value indeed. Latest manuscript, counting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Beg your pardon? A manuscript? You wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I am confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my store. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? Continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, sir. Of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you. On my life. This is all very strange. What would you say is probably the most creative case in the Ace Attorney series? Obviously that of which you've played. I think definitely the finale of Game 3. The finale of the trilogy where you're you know, it's, yeah, I would say the finale of the trilogy, where you're actually trying to get a guilty verdict. I think that's probably the most interesting, like, altogether case. Like, not most mysterious or most like high in quality, but I think it's my favorite. Because instead of trying to prove your client's innocence, you're trying to prove his guilt. I mean, the finale of the second game? Yeah, the finale of the second game. The finale of the third game was the fucking Dahlia nonsense, right? So the second game's finale, excuse me. The ending for Justice for All. But yeah, no, I think that is the most creative. I don't know about, like, the one I enjoyed the most, it being the best, right? But I definitely like it. All right, what you got for us, Mr. Winterbanks? I wonder, ask you something.
Ah, gentleman from the east, I see. Yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull.
Sorry?
Aha! But for your splendid attire, madam, 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, the design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, I may say.
My, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London.
So indeed. My customers still utilize the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the immediate interest, their items are happily returned.
What happens if they don't pay you the money?
Items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me.
So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then?
Right, ma'am, that's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulder. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to end it all.
The very idea, Mr. Winterbank, is an absurdity.
One should never talk of one's demise so casually.
There's the man who was telling us it was all a good day to die only this morning. Most enjoyable is a hard-ass decision. I think most enjoyable, right? Maybe not the most creative, but the one I liked the most was the case, I think it was Dual Destinies, where after the bombing, right, Apollo is like, yo, Athena, I'm not even gonna check to see if you're gonna lie to me. Did you do this shit? You tell me, did you do this shit? Where Apollo just fucking nerfs himself. And gives out that, and he gives off the, what was it? The fucking, the Christoph Gavin quote. Where he's like, in court, facts are or evidence is the only thing that matters, right? That shit was hard. I like that. That was my favorite.
And let us not forget that I already have helped you take measures to ensure that such a tragedy never occurs.
Oh, what sort of measures?
I engineered a simple device which Mr. Winterbank has installed here in his shop. Call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Winterbank?
What was that deep sigh about? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are two just below the ceiling. You can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Can you just not see it in the shot? Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. Every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop.
Here, I have an example I can show you.
Ah, yes, a print from the camera is set to record the activity at the shop counter. Wait, is this picture in color then? How does fucking Herlock have colored ink for color printing? Oh, there you go. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter in the door behind it. Look. So you see, were to someone enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Well, I mean, only if he enters on the 30-minute intervals. Why, did you not say the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals?
Indeed, as you say, my dear madam.
Then what if the incident were to occur between times?
One could only say that would be a cruel twist of fate. Must confess, your devices have been giving me some cause for distress as of late.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Winterbank.
Surely they are anything but distressing. Reassuring is the word. Is the cost of the film, sir. Most graciously placed not one but two cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid that the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older.
Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery. Oh.
My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us.
4-1 was rather enjoyable, even mostly due to a spiteful Phoenix constantly one-upping Kristoff in the trial. Yeah, no, I think, like, in hindsight, 4-1 is pretty good, right? Just because after you get the context of Phoenix got swindled in court and this is why he lost, and the person he lost to is now just on the receiving end of fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if I would put it up like super high for me though, because the overall case is nice, not anything crazy, you know. I just think it like finishes a little bit too quickly, right? I think if 4-1 wasn't an intro case, but it was like the second case, right? Or maybe even like the third or fourth, and you get to see and you get more of that like interaction between Phoenix, and there's an between Phoenix and Kristoff, and there was an actual like and the bantering would have been a little bit more like intense, and the mystery was a little bit harder to solve. I think I personally would have enjoyed it more, but I still like it, right? It's definitely, I think, my favorite intro case, like bar none. Love me some Hobo Phoenix.
Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return to you your precious one. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Winterbank. Perhaps this might mark the end of peculiar items you try to pop, Anything would happen to one of them, this would be the only answer.
I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt.
Fear not.
Sorry?
Only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed.
That's not really what I meant.
Good day to you then, Mr. Winterbank. It's been a pleasure as always, Mr. Stolz.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Now we can explore at last. Okay then. Look at this. Look at this lovely big shiny box beat.
That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country?
Hi. Yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before.
Alright. Shall we listen a while?
What a sublime sound. Like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life.
This particular specimen is of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc on the inside, which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you can care to imagine can be played.
Goodness, what a simply delightful machine.
Indeed. Though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course.
Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Alright. If that's gonna come up later. I assume just this big shelf in general. Assortment of things there are on the shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine.
Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker.
What does that really mean, though?
You pawn, or colloquially pop an item, the pawnbroker loans you money for its worth. Stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing.
Oh, now that you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything.
Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. You may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow.
My treasured university uniform? Never! Embodies my student spirit. What do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows for looking through.
Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope.
Stereo's fascinating.
It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself.
She'd be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look.
Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you'll need to be cross-eyed. However, that is beyond you. It is of little consequence today.
Right, then I'm going to try it. Ah! Mr. Naruhodo, you must see. At once. Oh, alright then. So, I need to be cross-eyed. Like I'm trying to look at my own nose. Most games tend to make use of their 3D gimmick in one form or another. Oh, okay. What the... I don't believe it. It's just photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it.
Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them.
Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic?
It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well... far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day.
Oh. calendar you could easily miss, is it? 15th of April. Today's date.
Yes, it's not for sale, I must point out. It's an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear out a review of the following day's date. A perfect calendar for tearaway fellows such as yourself, Mr. Winterbank.
Who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage is passed without repayment, it goes a forfeited, you see. I have to keep a close eye on the date. Something of a pawnbroker's obsession, say.
Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. I find it kind of weird that we're this far along in and nothing has happened. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch just here. Look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Hey, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism, which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before.
What are you two doing?
What? Us? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere.
Well, only tuppence for it. That ain't fair, and you know it. Article is...
Oh, that's a woman.
The article is barely worth a penny, miss. I can offer more.
Is it gonna be Ginny? Not Ginny, Gina, right? Was it Ginny or Gina? I can't remember. I don't think there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Oh, that can't be right. Have you even had a proper butcher's at it?
Seen all I need to see, young girl.
Yep, okay. Ginny is what Iris calls her. That's what I remembered, right? Because that was the last time her name like ever came up. Don't we know? Sure, I recognize her. Oh, yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGilda's trial 2 months ago. Gina Lestrade. Gordon Bennett, you lot. She let you keep that? Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been well. Well, you remember me then, do you? Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure. What's going on, Jay Xander? How you doing? So, what are you doing in here? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. I'm gonna pop that black weasel, sorry, coat, have you? What is this about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? Good day. Unless I'm much mistaken, it would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Mr. Sholmes! So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Or the other one, I don't need help from no stuck-up D. Get out of my business, go on or I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I'll happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. Gone.
Sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here.
What is that thing he has in his hand? Kind of metal disc? Oh boy. I wonder how we're gonna use that in a second. Hey you, go on. Leave me alone. Oh, Miss Lestrade, just pretend we aren't here. You shan't be offended in the slightest. Misato can really stand her ground when she wants to. Ever. You want us to talk to her? Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Miss Lestrade. Yeah, well, I am, alright. I'm a Londoner just like everyone else. Not a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're all thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I can see you really don't know if you're a Chevy Chase. Please don't tell me. Okay. I have to look it up. Chevy Chase is Cockney rhyming slang for face. Nah, no. That's not right. That's wrong. That's just, no. I don't believe it. Absolutely the fuck not. You mean to tell me that the American actor Chevy Chase, his name just means face? Nah. British slang gotta go. We're getting it out. I'm as sure as eggs is eggs. Chevy Chase? Chinwag? Final answer? Nah. We gotta get the British out of here. Hold on, I gotta screenshot this one. I gotta tell Llama about it. Chinwag makes sense. It's the one that makes the most sense. Right? But why the fuck would you say that? Why not just say talk? Why say chinwag? That just doesn't make any sense. Because you don't really wag your chin that much when you talk, right? Maybe I don't. My chin doesn't move like a lot. This just doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I've been thinking something along those lines. You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo. Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. You pawn things that you steal from other people. Well, I don't know best how to answer that, really. Suppose, sometimes. You're not going to deny it either, Miss Lestrade. But not this time, alright? I swear, that thing belongs to me. The disc that Mr. Winterbank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Alright. Mr. Winterbank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? I don't know, there was only something that we investigated just a moment ago. There are hundreds of tiny little bumps in its surface.
Oh, this is a music disc, you see? For use inside a music box.
In a music box? What, you don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern Lord ain't too savvy, eh? I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before.
All protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. Simply insert the disc, machine going, and beautiful music plays.
So incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. So many different types of music box, you see? British made, German, Swiss. There's no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for.
I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers even for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
I That's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well... He? Who? Never you mind, I just ain't right, that's all. This disc worth's good money. I know it is.
Well then, you try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you?
Isn't it Lestrade? Like Strad von Zarevich? I like saying Lestrade. I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced one way or another. As I've said before in various medias, unless a character's name is pronounced in universe by that by another character, I don't care what way we think it's going to be. It could be one way or another, right? Why the fuck do I never catch the AA streams on time? Twitch notifications don't even need to be on, Ayame. I post in 2 places exactly when I go live. You know where to find me. Because if it is Lestrade, then okay, I've just been saying it wrong, right? But what if they took the weird thing and they were like, oh, instead of making it referential, we'll make it like read as a reference, but it's actually pronounced Lestrade, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they could do either, and then it's like, oh, well...
And before, of course, this little tattered...
Yeah, that word. I see.
Brought some dubious articles with her every single time, I might add.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, there's something dubious about the disc she brought in today.
Well, if only it were that simple.
Sorry? What do you mean?
Actually, what in was a storage ticket.
Ah, a storage ticket. So, Strade has actually come to redeem an article from you today. That right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs stored. All right, yes, that's definitely dubious.
Question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. She gave me the ticket for it and we paid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her.
What was the article? You tell us, Mr. Winterbank.
The scamp is wearing it, man. It's the overcoat that she redeemed.
Oh. What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine, so of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all of it?
Let's get something else. New article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price.
The overcoat does look good. Yeah, the overcoats look great on a lot of people. People need to get into the overcoat meta. I've been trying to tell people about the overcoats for a long time, and nobody believes me. What just happened? What did I click on? OBS? I'm confused. You said Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today.
Quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it as usual.
This heavy black coat, she turned to her for care, as I understood it.
That's right, yes. Runs right away as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on. He went rifling through the pockets.
Wear an overcoat often? Not super often. Usually I just wear an overshirt. Like, I'll have like a long sleeve flannel that I just have like open. So like my usual outfit is like shirt and then overshirt. But sometimes I'll just forgo the flannel and just wear an overcoat. Overcoats are great. That's just more pockets. Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you ask, then yes, exactly, ma'am.
She immediately tried to pawn it. Quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. I'm just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. It's the Strade. May I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, hey. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man, it's me old man's, ain't it? Is it Miss Lestrade? This is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please! Oh. Who is this JoJo villain? Who is this picture postcard English gentleman? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem, as long as you remove yourself. The matter discussed with the proprietor. If you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. What? Look, ain't it obvious? I ain't done talking with him yet. If you think you're such a gent, you should know how to wait in line. Well, aren't you an impudent rat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? Having the courtesy to even remember the faces of your victims, it's... What, you mean you? Broker?
Yes, sir.
I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no?
Yes,
The article in question belongs to me. I demanded for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Yeah, I know what a hiding is, right? But the thing is that he threatened to fucking physically assault like a... How old is Gina? 17-year-old. That's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Give me back my overcoat, you astral. And needless to say. Remember when I said JoJo villain? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like this. I did not mean it like this. I really thought that this was not going to happen. This was like the farthest thing happening in my head. He really just posed. Now, anyways, no, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was, now it's mine. Goodness, Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. Yeah. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Do I just talk to her? Okay, there we go. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying... What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on me life, and I ain't ever laid eyes on that dandy before.
Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. I looked at you. That ticket you brought in here just now.
No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street minding my own business. when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had to happen, or what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I am a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these black slum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat.
Come along now, Miss Lestrade. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police.
Hold on. Why everyone think it me? Just look at this dandy cove. And you think I'm the dodgy one?
Sorry, but no one's going to believe you.
Well, what about evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence that I stole something, eh? Come on, let's see it. Oh, I have evidence, naturally. Wait, when he did the pose, where was he holding that cane? When you had both hands up in the pose, where were you holding the cane? What? Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult Mr. Winterbank's ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Yes, brilliant!
Very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh?
I never ask customers' names. A strict policy of mine.
Hammerspace? What I'm saying is that guy was holding his cane with his legs. That's what I'm saying. But why not?
Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. Great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity.
Yes, I see. But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple. Might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question?
Of course, it's... Professor.
Yes, that's right. And all of the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article. Without doubt.
Watchword. Interesting. Does Ryunosuke hold all that evidence then? Well, he's not pulling it out for like a display, right? The evidence that we're holding goes into a bag and it just stays there. That's our evidence bag. These are my business socks. I wear them when I'm doing business. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Winterbank.
I explained. Never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. Many reasons why certain customers would like to keep their activities secret.
Look at him go. He's having so much fun. Now, it wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all.
Yes, well, anyway, I ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. Date of deposit, description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, I give the storage ticket to the customer.
What's going on, Kev? How you doing?
Someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and watchword. And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. Right, so yes, just as soon as the requisite fee is paid.
And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat deposited 2 months ago on the 15th of February. With the watchword of Professor.
Perfectly correct information, sir.
What? Ow! Really, this is beyond a joke now, and there is no further room for doubt. Well. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place. This is the guy, huh? Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. You might be thinking of somewhere else. What was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, offer your own name first before inquiring the name of another. Of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really. My name is Susato Mikotoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict. Yes. Eggs Benedict? Nah, fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No. Not Eggert Benedict. Nope. Absolutely not. Put that one back. Enchanté. So refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks. That name is suspicious. Now to the matter at hand. I hope Van Zeke smokes this nigga. I hope there is no possible universe in which he walks out of this trial breathing. So we gotta stop him. My overcoat. Return it at once. Someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes. I can't stand watching him. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Getting a little cheeky. Getting a little cheeky here. Yeah, okay. All right, I get it. Okay. Just calm it down. All right, you're going a little bit too nutty. All right.
Oh, let there be an end to the matter. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict.
Your hat doesn't match. Such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. Aww. This is why I ain't grown-ups. It's because I'm a diver, everyone think that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker.
Of course, sir. Here's the disc for you.
Just this one. Uh-oh.
Sir?
I was expecting another. That is, I deposited another. Another disc?
Oh, oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that was what deposited with.
That was what was deposited. Give me a second here. Gotta restart the system. Alright.
regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. This happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now.
So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Says who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye. Wait a minute. Disc is mine. Hold it. Think you're doing, you little tramp. Drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my. Yes, there's blood on the disc. Because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on them. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Or you. You take it. Me? Buying onto it, you'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it. It's the Strade, why is this disc so important to her? You there, in the black livery. Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? Play the disc. Play the disc. Play the disc. Also, can we get an assist, bud? Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. So, found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadow. Cruelly ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Can't install updates? Good, Windows. Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. Does that say Sholmes Caramel on it? He has his own candy bar? Man, what the fuck? Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left. 7% solution of caramel. Pray do you you claim to understand the depths of despair, Mr. Naruhodo, but how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. You really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Sholmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Surely you're not about to tell us you've solved the entire case once again? My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, will my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much I could pawn it for? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Miss Lestrade and the mysterious gentleman. What's the right thing to do here? Are you fucking stupid? Listen. And Miss Lestrade, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? The lady's in trouble. The true jet's supposed to be there to help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Hush. And who, pray tell, are you? Mr. Eggert Benedict. You have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. Beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. Second is this. Considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? He's turned as white as a hard-boiled egg. Seen that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. My family is ridiculous. Apparently I scare them when I walk into a room quietly. They just started calling me the nigga ninja. Bro, what? That don't make no daggone sense. So, shall we begin? Time has come yet again for another take another shot for another Sherlock Holmes Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. The Great Deduction. The game is afoot. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. That is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. That's what brought you to this shop in the first place, is the staff recruitment flyer. I don't think... Do you really think that there's nothing on the other side of that? You don't think he was writing like the what was it? Not the catchword, the password. What did he call that shit? Anyways, watchword. Yeah, was it watchword? I don't remember. Anywho, a piece of paper on your hand is a staff-wanted advertisement from this very shop. And even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such emploi. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Why'd he throw it away? What's with the initials on this cane here, buddy? Who's AG? The cane which you inadvertently clutched to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule. We're so close. Just on the other end of it. Though any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. Any detailed analysis... You don't need detailed analysis, Sherlock. You just look at it. Just look at the... Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. Did something just tear? Well, sir, is something wrong? When you are recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. The moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. Walking cane demands such a stout handle. Die? But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod... is the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? Now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. True motive for coming here? Take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. A calculated crime you have conceived, sir, and a wickedly calculated crime. So, he wants to dig underneath the pawnbrokers. Final answer, Sherlock. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Whoa! Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. But your glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes are inadvertently drawn. Maybe it's... I don't know. The fact that there's an open fucking loaded firearm on the table. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. According to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, we'll gain access to the waterway. It flows in very close proximity to the Great Vault of financial institution opposite. What are you... In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all that we need to know. Postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. The government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of the road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. No. This concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction, this pawnbroking puzzle. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Is it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. God damn it. He just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. If it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? He's a criminal, as you said. Buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. But he has plenty of shovels here, after all.
Oh my life. I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous.
Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone's privy to secrets won't disclose them. Once the word is out, it's out. Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo, an excellent idea. And Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do, I'm sure. Let's do that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then. Let's start once more from the beginning. Sherlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Course correction. Alright. So he was talking first about like the fucking help wanted flyer, right? I gotta say though, for this being this game's like very like interesting like new mode, right? Its own like little side thing, right? Like all games have. I like this. This is cool. This one's pretty neat. So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Yes, an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Damn. What the fuck is this rendition? Oh. All the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gino Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher of his in his face for sure. And look, the details of the shop have been written down, too. Windibank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street, redemption deadline 15th of... which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Alright, well...
Take that!
Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place? The info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing in the sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. Is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windibank's pawnbrokery. Today, the redemption deadline of that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. You have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Alright. Why does he have a detailed description and sketch of a 17-year-old? For nonsense. What's a ferrule? A metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane, Mr. Naruhodo. Ah, the bit that makes a nice clacking sound on the pavement. Yes, exactly. Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. It doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. The gentleman certainly did recoil. Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Well, I mean, who the fuck is AG? Here, Miss Usato. There's some letters on the handle. Yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean? That's right. The initials on this cane, obviously. Oh. AG. Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? Okay, so just present the initialing, I assume?
Take that!
Bang. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. Most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Egbert Benedict? You're led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. Incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't... You said before that you had that cane for years. Don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. So simple, but it complements the character's abilities greatly, and it provides like a nice little flow of like character interaction. Like Sholmes and Ryunosuke definitely play off each other. Like it's very clear to tell, like watching like a couple of these, that they're friends, right? Like they hang out together. These guys know how the other one works. They're even finishing each other's. You know? Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. Mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. But now that he actually identified Miss Lestrade, we know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description. Which suggests everything that he told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Hey, bud. Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Oh, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. Sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If you were to run around it, and I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can... No, don't skip past that. What do you mean? What do you mean you'd like to see that? Really giving this some thought. Alright.
Take that!
split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. And you so baldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Windermere. What really irks me is this. Considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Big yarn. Okay. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage? Had you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? Ne sais pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. You are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawn property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. The direction of deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. And no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. It's Professor. If he didn't know that word, Mr. Winderbank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, did know that word, Mr. Winderbank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. The question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? Bro, what the... Okay, I wanted to see that picture, but I guess not. What's his name? Look at this, Miss Usato. It appears to be a memo that Mr. Winderbank has scribbled to himself. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, Professor. This guy can't be fucking serious, right? Mr. Winderbank must make note of the watchwords his customer gives him right before their eyes. An alarmingly clear script as well. Dear, don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? Okay, well, gun. Oh, I just want to look at this. This is Mr. Winderbank's gun. Yes, loaded with only one bullet, he said. It would appear that being a pawnbroker is a very life-or-death profession. That might just be this particular establishment.
Take that!
Bang. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter, to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on a notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. Expect nothing less from a diligent pawnbroker. But this diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against me, Strade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank. The diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice. You observed him writing the word professor on the note lit beside the ledger. That, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. See, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets. Which, according to Mr. Windibank, isn't even worth a penny. This man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps I already have the evidence to explain it, Mr. Naruhodo. Could we? Really? I'd have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Yes, the one piece of evidence. Well, well, well. Aha! There's a little scrap of paper stuck to the reverse side of the disc. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like it's somebody's name. McGilded. McGilded. It couldn't be. But it is, Mr. Naruhodo. Name I shall never forget for as long as I live. Why? Why is his name on this? Alright.
Take that!
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that on the back? It reads for McGilded. Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his alone-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat you squeezed yourself into. True identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Egbert Benedict. But the final conclusion is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Break down, break down! Feels good. Well, Mr. Magnus McGill. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Mr. Sato. Well, according to what Mr. Windibank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed.
Yes, ma'am. That's correct. Today would have been precisely 2 months since it was first deposited.
Well, today is the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today.
February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m. See?
What? But that suggests that it was deposited after he died. Yep.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence.
You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However, I got my hands up. I knew it was a terrible thing to leave that gun out in the open. Why did you do that, especially if it's loaded?
It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box.
Well, what do I do? Fuck you. Pull it. I ain't pussy. I'm pussy? There are some things a man must protect at all costs. It's maybe well one of those things. Then again, it may not. Oh, okay, so it's a different pistol. Okay, never mind. Mr. Winterbank.
This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to any of my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own...
No, point it at him! Not at you, at him! Mr. Winterbank, no! Alright, that's enough. Ah, Gregson! Inspector Gregson!
Inspector? That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my own very establishment. It would seem you have the upper hand.
Welcome to the family, son.
Hey Chris, popping in to say I'm really enjoying watching the VODs for this game. Ever since I started working in April, I haven't been catching many streams live, but I'm currently starting at the beginning of Trial 4. Won't be watching live because I don't want to be spoiled, so I hope you and Chad have a great stream today. Well, thank you very much, Nicole, and thank you for sticking with us for the full year at Tier 1. Appreciated all the time. Thank you for sticking with us, and I hope you enjoy the VODs. I know 4 got cut up pretty weird. It's put up in between the investigation and the trial. However, they're all like segmented properly. I don't think we got interrupted by unfortunate circumstance. So it's trial, then it's investigation. And I will be highlighting these VODs and putting them into a collection, so this game will be viewable in the future past the 2 months when my VODs go away. So you don't have to worry too heavily about that.
Alright, you lot got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
No. Petty? Mr. Winterbank very nearly met with his... Like, I don't think he was gonna do it, and I don't think Benedict was gonna do it.
Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I could tell.
Here. Oh no, that was Winterbank, excuse me.
And the whole of Britain could have met with his end if I don't get the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on.
What on earth is the case, Inspector?
Fair no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
But of course, Inspector. How? You motherfuckers pulled up to the door. Why didn't you block the door?
Get after him, lads. Whistle the beat officer, too. There's been a spate of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we've hit emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector. I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning.
Is it because what's wrong with wearing black? It's a neutral color. Yes.
I'll be taking that whatever it is. If McGilden's down to the yard, thank you very much. Go hand it over.
Oh, yeah, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that's mine.
I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGilden has been taken in as evidence now.
As evidence?
The police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow. We have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector.
Welcome to the family, son.
And Potato! It's been a minute since we've seen Potato. Welcome back, Potato, for the 8 months. Thank you for sticking with us. Appreciate it as always. So, we handed Mr. McGilden's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Oh. I thought I was about to cut to the street view. That's... I guess that's kind of interesting. How are you, Chris? I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain. How about yourself? Hey. And we are on investigation part 2. '15th of April, Baker Street. See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you.
Oh, really, Mr. Strade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm?
Oh. Oh my, surely you were given that. And he let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for a while. Found that today there was a wasp nest in my chimney. Had to tape up around and can see several hundreds of those fuckers. How's your day been? Oof. Wait, hold on. At the top, like in your chimney, would the smoke from the chimney keep them a little bit more, what is it, docile, I guess would be the word I'm looking for? Because that's how you like not incapacitate or make wasps less angry. Or is that just bees? Is it smoke for bees, or do wasps not like smoke either? At the bottom, we didn't use the chimney for like 20 years. Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. I wonder. I'm clearly not a beekeeper. I don't know. Do any beekeepers in chat both hate smoke? Okay, fair enough. Through the pockets and then said, "Go on then, have it." Before telling me to scarper. Scarper? No, hold on. There is no way. How is any of this real? I just can't fucking believe it. Anyways. Wasps don't like smoke, can't light the chimney though because fuck the local state regulations on deactivated chimneys. Okay, so how does one deactivate a chimney? That's my next question, right? Because you would think the chimney is just a chimney. it's just, the motherfucker is just there. Do you have like a smoke goblin that sits inside the chimney and just like blows the smoke back down? Hey, don't apologize, man. I completely get it. Bad shit happens and you wanna vent about it. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. Can't help but feeling it's gonna get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc mine. Music box. Mr. Winterbank said it was practically worthless. I'm gonna go have another bash. Give him a long hard stare.
I think not, Mr. Strade. We shan't enter Winterbanks again today.
Why not? That's not fair. Can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Winterbank. Wouldn't they want to take a statement from us? Considering, you know, we were the ones that had guns pointed at us? I mean, I guess technically he did too, but that was his own volition. That disc was mine. I had a ticket for this coat, and it was in this coat's pocket. There should be something else and all. That's what that rotten coat said, ain't it? He did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. She's really pushing her luck.
Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day.
Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. Not really.
So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Rice would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a most modest violin recital.
Oh, Ta. Better come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? It's not that I like you or anything, Baka. Oh dear, she's gone.
Huh. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add.
Can't help wondering. Perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Interesting.
She's had a chance to calm down. I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
Very well. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. Should be glad of your company later, too.
Sorry?
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
How old is Sholmes? He's like mid-20s, I think. Fuck, he's 34. I just assume because we're like mid-20s, right? That he would also be like mid-20s. Actually, Ryunosuke is like early 20s, right? Like he's like 22. So I just expected Herlock to be the same age. But I guess not. Double question marks. 44. 48. 17, 10, and of course Susato is 60. I don't see 34. Maybe it's just me.
You'll have to wait and see, Mr. Sutter. Until later, then.
Well, I guess we just go back to the apartment. 15th of April, 3:46 p.m., Sholmes' suite. Ah, Susie and Runo. Come in, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always.
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on, you'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Here, if it is awkward, it's awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise! Yes, that's wonderful news. Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yeah, that does sound like fun. Wait a fucking minute. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you Mr. Naruhodo? Either way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Early? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello? Mr. Sholmes?
I beg that you won't speak to me.
Sorry?
Don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. You can see, I'm not here.
Don't know how to respond to that. So, is he kind of like, this might be like a weird pull for those of you. But, he's kind of like, Dante in the DMC anime. Where it's like, when he's on the case and doing stuff revolved around the case, dog, he is there, he is inside, he is ready to go. But the second he gets home, oh, I'm depressed. Oh no. You say DMCA anime or DMC, the Devil May Cry anime? Had to respond to a ping on Disamacord. Yeah, I see. Does that make Iris Patty? Yeah, I would say so. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yeah, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face. Oh no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes? Well, no, it's only drink if I do it, right? You don't drink if you call him Holmes. That also doesn't count. How did you... Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book. This girl is dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. Also in the books, Holmes does literal lines of cocaine? Yeah, because it makes his brain wired. So, by Ginny you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right? I was talking about the actual Holmes? Well, I mean... Yeah. I still think that we're in reference... Because I think, like, I read that and I was just like, yeah, he kind of does seem a little bit bipolar. And then I realized... Oh, you actually meant Sherlock Holmes, not Herlock Sholmes. Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Well, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. That explains House popping Vicodin all the time in that show. No, House popping Vicodin all the time was because he just, A, had pain, and B, wanted to get high. That's why Dr. Gregory House popped Vicodin like that. A lovely tale. I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. I chased after her down to the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. And then I let her have the latest color of a smoke grenade I developed. Oh. There's so many beautiful colors in the world. Kitty wants me to make the whole rainbow. I suppose this means you let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyways. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Or Hurley. I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been so long since she last came over. So excited. I just hope she does actually come. I mean, unless something bad happens to her, it seems like we're very much poised to have a very unforgettable luncheon, right? You know where the name Herlock Sholmes came from, right? No. I literally just thought it was just a portmanteau, right? Alright, but speaking of which... I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind. That, and where are your real parents? Yeah, I was kind of expecting this. Yeah. 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 Say he and Hurley? Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's in the metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all. Oh, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes... He did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases. Played P5? Yeah, I know about the fucking... I know about Arsène Lupin, right? The fucking thief. But I haven't read it because not French, unfortunately. Wouldn't be Ace Attorney without daddy issues, of course. Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father. Exactly. Billy told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. Found your father's memoirs. Yep, so I asked Hurley. Both these. He nearly fell out of his chair. Then he told me. That's when I found out the author of all those... My father. Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. It came as quite a shock. Hurley told me he wasn't really bad. He must have done. Wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you. Such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from him. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might his ways have rubbed off on me. Yeah, I think that LeBlanc used it like first to get around trademark in a very serialized thing, but I don't believe 100% that when they were creating the localization for this game, they were like, oh, well, you see, his name is he's actually supposed to be Sherlock Holmes, but we can't do that, so we're gonna take exactly what was done for the Lupin books, right? I think it's just a very fancy coincidence. Also, I just noticed something fucking adorable. Holy shit! Look at the little charm she has on her backpack. Oh, that's great. There's some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they even open their mouth sometimes. Right. What is it? If you look closely, it's what looks like a pink and blue rabbit. So a boy and a girl rabbit. And one is wearing a white and black dress. And one is wearing a tan, like, brown trench coat. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually. I always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. Today it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he had just solved. Yeah, see? It's like a rabbit. I think it's like a rabbit and a bear or something, but it's a tall one wearing a brown trench coat and one wearing a black and white dress. That's adorable. The very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. Say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy's Dr. John H. Wilson. Learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. Wait, what? That's what prompted me to study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. See, here's the thing, though, right? Does that mean that the person that was visiting in Japan was using his name? Iris's father, who went to some distant land, is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Because he was thought to be dead a long time ago. I miss this judge. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who in the most bizarre of circumstances lost his life just before we left Japan. Susato. Yes? Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best.
Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Mr. Sholmes.
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you?
Been with you for most of the day.
Goodness, really?
You tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
Huh? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam?
Oh,
Never mind that now.
I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. This is the one that Gregson demanded we handed over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc.
Oh my.
Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well even be more adept at larceny.
He stole evidence. Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all of our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think.
Alright. So, it's a different color, too. Like, did you just make, like, a duplicate?
Because that would be fucking hilarious. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. That sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes. Okay, so fucking we gave the duplicate that he made of caramel over to Greg. So that's hilarious. He's just walking around with a fucking melted caramel bar. What a guy.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. Other way around?
Wait. But this one is like silver.
For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yeah, you did, but still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this.
That's amazing.
Disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. Developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
Extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves to be very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicate. I can enter anyone's property at will, never without high sucrose nourishment.
Yeah, it sounds illegal.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confessed it was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played.
Tell us, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea. None whatsoever. Familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Runo? Inside a music box, there's a special piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
Over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs, such as the... That development, the popularity of boxes spread far and wide all around the globe.
Why exactly?
because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
Imagine the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. We have no way of knowing which music box this particular disc was designed to be. No resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
See. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in the few music boxes that I have at my disposal. As you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, we're presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one? That's Hurley for you. Always taking things too far.
But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
What?
Agnes McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon.
It's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion.
Look at him.
Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. Murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. Hand over the face. Although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie, there's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it?
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Winterbank said before. He said that he had a manuscript in Iris's pawn, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Winterbank's storeroom gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
Over-under on that place getting broken into. What about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up. Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? It sounds so exciting, The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. Ah!
Am I missing something here? What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
What did you just say? Said The Hound of the Baskervilles? But how could you know the full title? Well, that's...
Because Miss Susato is a great fan of all the stories of Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But Runo, The Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said he'd keep it safe. Till it was the right time for the story to be made public.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibanks.
Yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Susato, did you sneak a peek into the back room? What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It appears our guest has arrived. Miss Lestrade. This was a bad idea. Knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. Damn. No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Yes, just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. Let's say you to some Mendelssohn. I won't take no for an answer. Mendelssohn it is, then. It's Waggy! That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as well as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. '15th of April, 9:34 p.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. It was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Also, I just noticed, fucking, Ryunosuke's Daruma is back there.
Well, yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Don't do that. Speaking of, whoa, what's she sad about?
Naruhodo, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
Well, what's the matter, Susato?
It's about the telegram I received.
The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was for the Lord Chief Justice office. Lord Strongheart is asked to see me.
Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, don't tell us that she's gonna get kidnapped. Because this sounds like a terrible thing. What? Then we have to start preparing at once. Oh no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. Suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends. Ah, Iris. Hello again. And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's gonna sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah. Lovely, let me make a pot of tea. No, I've learned so much today. What in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful? And all those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I really hope this doesn't come up soon later as well. There's a lot of things that I feel like very well could be like lean-ins to this might happen in the story later, like the flap maker, right? That gun item. These pickpocketing techniques. The fact that the pawnbroker's gun only carries one bullet. I feel like a lot of these, like, if this was an Ace Attorney, those are things that, like, my brain would latch onto and be like, okay, just remember this for when something comes up and we need an explanation. I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it. Might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see, I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine! Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh yeah, I forgot. Iris literally is a child genius. So anyways, here, you can have it back. Does it even show in the court record right now? It does. Pretty funny. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though. Ah, thank you. Alright then, good night. Yeah, good night. So this is your office, is it? You think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer and what lives in a place like this. Yeah, me too. Haha. Seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. Suppose probably wants to talk about the manuscript. I suppose she probably does. Chris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? A little more time, please. Right? I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Too late. Oh, not at all, Iris. Not at all. Not at all, dear boy. Yay! I don't know what all this is about, really, but it's the story you made up, Iris. The mantle script, this mantle script, or whatever you call it. Exactly a story that I made up. Something that I read in Daddy's diaries. That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my dad was Hurley's assistant once. His partner.
solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. Well, where's your old man now, then? I had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land. He'll be gone a very long time, so I've never really met him. Oh, right. Think of it. I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Well, not before. Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story. Take it that's another tale inspired by your father's accounts. That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow from the other cases, I mean. Oh, so. I know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstance.
Why not? It's one of my best works.
Not at liberty to say, not now, so please do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
You solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, when the time is right.
That's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it? Yes. Hurley said it has to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, it does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. Got some information for you, Gina. She is 10. Sure, Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. Eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You lot are too trusting for your own good. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What? Billy's lying to me? Alright. So, realize that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Don't jump to you are not in the clear to be doing shit like that, Susato. We still got some questions for you. Diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. That's how we all afford to eat. Like Robin Hood, eh? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. Do you think about it sometimes? What it'd be like to have parents, I mean... Always thought it'd make everything right. I haven't listened to what Iris just said. It sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris.
Now, about this lie that you're so concerned about. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, he reckons he put that mantle script or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. My, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story really was in old Winterbank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But he would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ah. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, the lot of them. Just ain't realized it yet. What if we pickpocket the prosecutor? I know that's an old statement, but I don't think we're going to be pickpocketing any type of Baron von Zeeks. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Winterbank's. You'd soon see it if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. He's just outside the door crying. Like this shot of Sanji. I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometime. See? Oh, but I don't mean that like I think he stole it. Or sold it, rather. But, like, if we're assuming, right? If we're assuming that he, if we're assuming that he's hiding it, right? Then that would explain why Susato saw it. I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Be too hard on yourself, Iris. I don't think he wants anybody to know that story just yet. So he says he put it in pawn storage. But I think Susato actually saw it, and that's just the end of it. Come along, Jenny, we should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. Please don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Night then, Iris. Night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Yes, please. Can't wait, Susan. Night then. Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. Deep down, she's still just a child. Well, I think it's time I turn in for the night too, Naruto. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris' father. Also, you're the murdered visiting professor at Yuma University. Can't be a mere coincidence. Something deeper going on. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. Voice. It's Mr. Sholmes. Yes, it is. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. He's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. Speaking to her before she retired, I received this distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Susato. I don't believe the girl has gone home. I've been waiting for over an hour now. For an hour? Oh. Indulge me. Look out the window. Hey, fellow. It's about... Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of the night? That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windibank's? Oh no. She's going to check. Gina have gone. Seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Miss Usato. '16th of April, 1:14 a.m. Baker Street. The door to Windibank's is open. Lamp is burning. It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. There's no one here. Oh yes, there is. Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the... Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. What? After them! Go! Right. Blast. I've lost them. Hello, hello, what have we here? The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? The policeman close behind me. I ran back to Windibank's. Anime.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
And Lestrade is going to be in there, yep.
It's Gina!
Ooh. I think is a fantastic to be continued right there. And I think not only a great to be continued, a great place for us to stop for today. So I think that's going to be the end for me right now. I can't wait to come back in a couple days and figure out the mystery of what the hell going on. Who are those shadowy figures in the pawnbrokery? But I think that's going to be very fun to dive into and investigate in further depth. I think this was a nice startup to episode 5. With previous Ace Attorney games, you don't really have too much of a lead up to the action of a chapter 5, at least in my opinion. Usually that's always all done in the end of chapter 4s.
right? If it's going to lead up, right? Because that's what Spirit of Justice did. And that's what what's the damn Dual Destinies did it as well. The later games in the series like have the chapter 4s lead up to the chapter 5, but having chapter 5 start off and kind of be its own like segmented thing, kind of start off and they build up to that, right? So I think I very much appreciate where quote unquote modern Ace Attorney is taking it, where these individual chapters, like the finale chapters of a game, start off very strong. They reel you in, and then they keep it going. It's not like it's a 1 and 2 part basically story from the first chapter to the or from the 4th chapter to the 5th chapter. I mean, but I'm really excited to continue this, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Before I do take off, though, I do want to give a shout out over to Ayame for sticking with us for the 10 months, Nicole for sticking with us for the year, 12 months altogether, and Potato for coming back to us for the 8 months. But with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Once again, thank you all very much for coming out. Tomorrow, we're probably going to be doing some Genshin stuff. I have some stuff to grind out and farm. We got a couple of events to do, including the new Theater Mechanicus. So with that said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. But until then, you guys take it easy. Peace.